Double flash on Nitro, smoking a Molotov on Twist, so we're about to get into this best of one between Team Liquid and Team Fnatic. So already, Taco has got himself a little bit of control towards Squeaky Nitro. There's a little bit there. We got Nako and we got Titro. There's a little bit of a word mix-up, but we could deal with it. Crim's on the spot. Taco making his way over. It's just a bit of a slower play from Team Liquid, really.
Boost comes up. They've still got a fair few nades on the Liquid side. We're generally seeing teams pick up those two sets of nades on these T-sided pistols. And Flusha is willing to fight. Long range with the USP in hand. He could be under pressure shortly, but Liquid's still not pushing yet. They're just having that one player boosted up, and with a minute left on the clock, they don't have to commit, but the smoke finally comes through. Flusha having no real line of sight. I think he's jumping over that smoke though, so he's trying to get the information. It's not a bad idea either, because there's no real chance for the Glocks to frag him out. So he spots a couple of players, not too much information, but with 43 seconds, the push not coming in. They're going to go back towards B.
This is where Team Liquid need to begin to make their fights. It's Golden just in the back lines, carrying the USP. JW in behind the box. There's one kill coming through. Oh, actually able to chime in with one as well. And Taco is now with only one for Team Liquid. It's a 3 versus 4. The bomb will go down in the back of the site. Just in the nick of time. They've got good post plants here to work with though, Hawka. And the retake needs to come in from Fnatic. They don't... Oh, they have a kit on Golden and a smoke as well. So they can definitely play the time. They can leave it low before they fully commit into retaking the bomb site. So just a little bit of time to see if they can find maybe a head or two from Liquid.
Yeah, push still not coming through vents. They're going to try and burst out through CT, but oh, Nup gets 2! That is insane. 2 shots so quickly, and it's going to be Liquid dominating that retake attempt. Very well done by Naf to find both of those frags so incredibly quickly. I didn't think he was going to get both of those kills there, but transfers the headshot beautifully. And it is going to be Liquid off to the start they were looking for. And we didn't really talk favorites heading into this one, but I think with that recent roster move on Fnatic, Liquid probably would be the favorites heading into this matchup, and they've got off to that good start they were looking for.
Yeah, Grit start picking up the pistol, obviously. Team Liquid, 1 round on the board. It's going to be the... Oh, look how many rifles they've got out already, Hawk. I mean, you've got 2 Galeals, 2 AK-47s, a UMP into the mix. Only one SMG. And usually you do see a lot of SMGs pulled out into these runs, because obviously you want to try and get as much money as possible off the back of winning the pistol. But Fnatic have invested a lot in the CZs, and these are weapons that can definitely deal the damage.
5 CZs in play. Have to be a little bit careful on the other side. Not seeing any damage dealt through the door just yet. Again, that boost coming through. And Liquid going to use what little utility they have left. There we go, 1 flash popped over towards mid, but oh, it blinds a Liege. Not the best flash there, but it won't cost them too heavily. Again, only against the CZ, so Fnatic won't want to fight at these long-range engagements. Liquid, though, are leaning in towards A, and there is currently a bit of a stack here for Fnatic. They've got a fair few players towards this bomb site. So Liquid are going to need to clear these close positions, and that smoke there, I'm not sure if it really helps the push that much.
JW for a little bit of action. Has to fall back towards the forklift. Oh no, Taco nearly goes down. The spray coming through from Liege, able to catch out JW. That's the first kill, but the CZ exists, able to only get 1 though. Now Crims is down in default position. There goes the bomb and a second, so Crims just pulls it back just like that. And Fnatic win with a CZ against so many AKs.
They had the 3-man A stack, but they also had a player at mid ready to rotate, and Golden also got into position. As soon as JW gets that info into A main, it calls the full-on rotation. And because Liquid had run the clock down so considerably, they didn't think they had time to go back towards B. So as they commit to that A site push, there are 5 Fnatic players waiting for them, 5 Swedes with CZs, and they managed to shut down the push completely. And now it's Liquid's turn to see what they can do with the pistols, as Taco nearly gets caught off guard. He will manage to stay alive. You can see the buy for Fnatic, a little bit up and down, a couple of players with the rifles in play, a few SMGs in the mix. As Taco just rattling off shots through the smoke. Not too much going on early into the round. Ooh, close there from Twist, but still 0 damage done in this round.
Got players outside of B still. Fnatic really trying to hold on. First kill comes in from Liege. A great kill to find for Liquid. Of course, just dancing around the map trying to find anything to work with. They have to find that opening kill. Flusher again going for that jump over the top of the smoke to try and gather info towards the boost. So actually spots out Taco. Have the shot. That's a good shot though. Liege going down to a 4 versus 4, but it's pulled back by Naf. And this CZ in the hands of the Liquid players now doing damage. Crim's able to take down Twist inside the middle. So 3 versus 3. There's a chance here for Liquid to spring back into the winning ways, but right now it looks as though Fnatic have action.
3v3, and they're going to come back over towards A with the bomb. Only Crim's currently here. He's got a rifle in play, so he could shut this one down as he spots the first player. The smoke will cut off his vision, but there's a slight gap in that smoke. Nitro, gets the shot through! And all of a sudden, Liquid overwhelm that A bomb site. Crims was the only man here. It's Flusher and JW who have to line this one up, but look at Naf. Sneaky position to find the frag, and Flusher has almost nothing left to do. With a scout, it's going to be very difficult to find any way back.
It's all one to Flusher. And again, that scout isn't the greatest weapon to work with. Bomb taken away. Though Flusher just going to try and save this scout over. I think Liquid though, the idea there was to just obviously go out try and find a pick early on. They're successful in doing so, and then obviously they're able to capitalize off pistols of their own. So Fnatic down in a pretty scary position. Of course, CT side economy is a lot harder to manage, and they're only got 8,600 across the board for all 5 players. So obviously that's not a great amount of money, but I mean, Liquid, they'll be pretty happy with that. Obviously, of course, picking up the pistol, then losing the second round after that, but able to answer back with pistols of their own.
Yeah, and it was kind of interesting. Yeah, nice shot. It was kind of interesting how you see this mist smoke actually... Okay, well, I don't think Nitro saw much of him, but that mist smoke kind of assisted Liquid there. They managed to spot the gap through and find the headshots. Sometimes if you expect that smoke to cover the whole cross, then you're not going to be ready for that. So sometimes throwing those fail smokes on purpose could actually help you if you know how to work around it. And that time it certainly did for Nitro. That CZ stepping it up. And a very, very early pause here.
Yeah, Team Liquid calling a tactical pause early on. This is interesting. I mean, obviously they know they're going up against another most likely force buy from Fnatic, because obviously both teams have had pretty low economy throughout the start of this one. So obviously they know Fnatic, okay, there's an opportunity here to again break Liquid, so we'll invest with the pistols and see what we can get done. And obviously Liquid don't want to lose the lows, so call pause, try and get something to work with, just come up with a plan to counter these. So Fnatic looks as though they've gone for a little bit of mid control. 3 players with their pistols.
Oh. Okay then, it's a Liege to go down first. Twist's going to be holding in towards mid, so he could also be put under some pressure. The second smoke comes through, and there is a slight gap here. This could get awkward though if the pistol pushes through. Twist just going to be sitting patiently. Doesn't spot the player. Oh, gets the headshot. Great reactions from Twist to find that frag. He realized there was a gap in the smoke, and it's Twist who manages to pull it back to a 4v4. And Taco's going to throw a few nades out towards A, but you can see the rest of his team over towards the B side of the map.
4 versus 4. Team Liquid. Still have 2 AKs, a Galil, MP9 to work with. You can obviously use that MP9 as, you know, the entry force as well, because obviously going down with that MP9 doesn't really cost too much. Whereas if you lose an AK, it can cause a huge issue. But there goes Liquid. Execute coming in, Molotovs, smoke. That's an interesting Molotov actually. Goes right to the back of the bomb site, and that forces the pistols out. Actually exists going down to that Molotov, so excellent utility usage from Liquid. But from above, Crim's still getting work done. There's still a player alive in the back of the bomb site, and that's JW. He does take that P250. That's the bomb down, and now it's a 2 versus 2. This is getting extremely messy. There's still a chance here. Liquid still can salvage this with 20 seconds left, though. It's Crim to pick up a kill. Falls into a 1 versus 1. Nafly up against Crims. The bomb is going to get tapped in the default position. Nafly looks up to the top. Crims just waiting. He's fine 2 already. Still only has a CZ to work with. But Nafly in the middle of the side goes in, and Crims has the off angle. What a play from Crims, and he gets them the round. That's incredible. Again, answering back with the pistols. Back and forth this entire game.
Yeah, if JW just had one more bullet on the site, he might have found that kill. He only got the dink onto Naf, but in the end, it is Naf to end up going down to that CZ at fairly long range. So that previous damage clearly proving important. And how long can we go back and forth? We're already at a 2-2 scoreline. Maybe it's a Liquid's turn to win the force up. We'll see what kind of buy they have. As Crims, yeah, doing a lot of work with the CZ. Yeah, good off angle there. Don't think that NAF needs to force the fight, but there's so much time left. You're going to have to take the fight eventually. And I think Liquid have decided to force up into this next round. Yeah, they have gone for, well, it's not even really a force. They've got 3 AKs, so this isn't a bad buy whatsoever.
No, they've got 3 AK-47s, a UMP and a CZ. Still very doable indeed. Everything a little bit cheaper, I guess, on the T side of things. Going to get boosted inside of the vent as JW spots out a couple of bullets coming towards him. So he now knows they have AK-47, so he has that information as well. And Team Liquid, they just need to try and take a little bit of back control. You can see Taco trying to get the player down inside of the vents, and there we go. First kill coming through. And a man advantage there for Liquid.
Yeah, and again, Golden getting off to a bit of a slow start. The same fight comes in, but this time JW wins it out. Not before he gets traded on, though. Elige comes through the vents, and now Flusher has to anchor this B bomb site. 3 players coming his way at a minimum. Exist has rotated over, but the UMP can't do too much at range as Flusher doesn't spot that player out. Flusher's going to come in, and Flusher goes down. Twist able to get the shot just before the flash. And Exist isn't there to assist with that UMP, so it is all Liquid in this one. The Force up one yet again. We go back and forth, and back again, because you can see at the top of your screen, it's going to be the T side win, and yeah, you can see the just above the round 5. We actually get to see that.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing to add to your HUD, I think, as well. Obviously, it gives you a little bit of extra information. But I think this is a very interesting game to start with. Neither team, looking too solid. I mean, we're losing against pistols, right? That's an issue. Team Liquid seem to be able to recuperate a little bit more than that. I think the back and forth, sloppy style of Counter-Strike between the two teams where you're not really getting consecutive rounds is always going to favour the T side, because that CT side, the economy, is a little harder to manage, and when you're going winning round, losing a round, you're not going to get too much done. So obviously, you see Fnatic, they're down to pistols again. Do they go for the force buy? It seems so. I mean, a couple of them are on a double eco anyway. So why not invest, get the pistols through? We've seen what they can do with them. It's still a chance they could pick this round up. So it's down to Team Liquid whether or not they start to pick it up here and pick up the pace and finally get the consecutive rounds. Or will it be Fnatic the answer back and get another round on the board?
Liquid all going towards B. This is going to be a quick play, something we've not seen so far. Golden nearly caught off guard, and he is going to go down. JW back in heaven. The CZ not exactly in the best position. And as he gets mollied out, Liquid have full control of the B bomb site, but that flash does allow Exist to get the kill. Maybe a way back into this round. They get the man advantage. Push comes in. Taco needs this frag, and he is going to find it. No bullets left as Taco gets another, and it's all on Flusher. Liquid managed to get the advantage they needed on that quick B push. It's a little bit dicey for a second there, but Flusher does get the first kill. Taco didn't need to fight that 1v1, and Flusher can push the bomb site, but great flash. Easy kill for NAF, and there are those consecutive rounds you were talking about.
Yeah, Liquid change up the pace a good bit there. You're just running right into the B bomb site. No shenanigans can go on there. They take the pistols down, they eliminate them quickly. There's no way that the CTs can get aggressive in angles that you are perhaps unpredictable. Catch out a T or a 2. So a very nice call from Team Liquid just to run right into that B bomb site and put any chances of Fnatic picking that one up down the drain. But see Fnatic back onto the pistols here, completely hog on the USP. So.
Again, we see one flash being bought, something that's quite common when you've just got the 5 pistols. Hope you can full blind someone and sneak away with his gun. Elige is currently into a main with the MAC-10, so that's not the exact weapon you'd want, but Taco is holding back at Squeaky. This could work out. If he isn't careful, he's going to commit to the angle at just the wrong time. The flash comes in. This is a frag. Oh, Taco gets one, but Crims finds the trade. So an AK recovered. And now what is the reaction from Liquid? Because they know there are multiple CTs on A.
Nitro and Elige just waiting in main, not overcommitting the angle. They know they've got an AK to work with. Natfly will pick up the kill on the Crims. The bomb's still down. So Golden, he has a little bit of a chance here, but Elige takes him down with a MAC-10. No chance for Golden to get anything done there. And now Exist is the last player alive. He's going to get shut down as well. Natfly will take him 5-2. And Liquid, they get 3 on the board now. So this is looking good from them. Starting to really shape it up and get back into the swing of things, back to normality. We see the T's picking up a couple of rounds in a row. Of course, that was a full eco, so wasn't really much put against them. So this is where things get really interesting. This is going to be the full buy. Well, not really a full buy. I mean, because of the amount of buys that have been coming through from Fnatic, you can see their economy's still low. They've got a UMP into the mix, but 4 rifles around it. good bit of utility, so this should be a bit of a contest, we'll say.
Now, I was going to say, Naf picking up the AWP is somewhat of a strange sight on the Liquid side, but I think he was just playing off his spawn in towards mid. Looks like he's going to stick with it, though. So Naf happy to hold the AWP for the time being. He's had a good start to this game, already up there with 9 kills, leading the charge. So if he wants to go for that AWP, why not take that risk? And he is currently being boosted up. This could work out. Oh, this is dangerous. It's a dangerous game that Flusher is playing on the other side at White Box. He's not quite peeking far enough, though, so it doesn't look like this boost will be rewarded. Oh, he's getting closer and closer. I'm a bit worried here, but Naf comes off the boost. They're all good.
So there's the AWP switch back to Nitro. So obviously, Nafly looking to get that kill over the top of the boost, but nothing going to come towards him as Flusher plays very safe, just dipping in and out, trying to get as much information as possible. But here goes Team Liquid. They've got the utility just sitting outside of the A-bomb site. Utility about to be used in for the execute. So they're just going to go for a standard play into main. That was an important duel. And ECS loses it. So a man advantage has been gained for Team Liquid. They open up the A-bomb site. Still, there's no smoke for the cross, so this opens up a chance for Flusher, and he's able to pick off Taco. Crims in the middle of the bomb site falls to Nafly. So now Flusher, JW and Golden, they're left alone to try and hold off the North American side, and the bomb has gone down. JW picks off a headshot at 2 versus 3, and now it's all but JW and a lead on the Croyle. He will come in from behind, 6-2, and Team Liquid, a nice execute. Of course, the smoke for the cross wasn't there, so that allowed a chance for Flusher, but overall it was a pretty good execute from Team Liquid.
Yeah, and I really like how Liquid have started off this game. I think in general, you should play like this, where you go for your kind of more basic executes. You're just going for a 5-man execute as a team, see if that works, and then if that keeps on working, there's no need to switch it up. That's what they've done so far. They've stuck together as that 5-man team, played those trade frags, and if that fails, I'm sure they have other strats to fall back on, where they can go for some more mid-control. But right now, Fnatic can't hold the bomb sites when the 5-man push comes in towards them, and we've seen them have success at both the A and the B side of the map. You can see because of that, Fnatic have decided it's time for a tactical pause. He obviously exists there, having a chat with his team, the newfound in-game leader. We obviously have to say that Fnatic haven't had that much practice heading into this tournament with this lineup, so you know they wouldn't have massive expectations, but already Liquid coming out to quite a strong lead.
Fnatic, yeah, with just the pistols, they got a scout on crit, so that can, we'll see what he can do with that, I guess. That go up on top of the boost. Just the AK, easy pickings as Crims goes down, so obviously this guy not doing anything, and Taco, even while blind, able to take Exist, so Flusher, JW and Golden now, they're in a precarious position, and there goes Flusher. So it's all on JW and Golden. Liquid, they seem to just be a lot more confident now. Towards the start, a little bit shaky, of course. They seem to have just gotten their rhythm, and things are starting to look great from them. And Fnatic, obviously, coming into one of their first buy rounds, they didn't have a full buy. I mean, you had a UMP there, not as much utility as you would have liked. So, really, the force buys, like I said towards the start of the game, the force buys are going to cause issues for the economy of the CT side. Oh, and that fly the twist, they're going to finish off the job. That'll leave Liquid just looking in such a good position. 7-2 is the scoreline. Fnatic, they're going to get a buy through.
Yeah, it's finally the first kind of full buy for Fnatic, where they take the full rifles, full nades. They also could have picked up an AWP if they wanted it, but JW going to stick with the M4 into this 10th round. Liquid have been able to bolster a decent amount of money so far. Naf in particular with 12k, and this time it's Twists with the AWP, working off the back of the early spawn he had. He's not going to get anything done with it. So again, Liquid, they've been playing a pretty slow style so far. Apart from that one round where they went for the quick B play, it's really just all been full-on executes towards the bomb sites. And now that Fnatic have full nades, if they want to counter that late, slow style that Liquid have gone for, they could try and hold some of these nades for the later rounds. And that's currently what they're kind of doing. They haven't used all their smokes yet. And Liquid still not going for any aggression.
No, it's just been a standard sort of setups from Liquid, and I think that's sort of what's working out for them. We've seen in the first gun round they won, though. The first round they were able to get consecutive was just a rush straight into the B-bomb site. I think that change in pace really disrupted any chances of Fnatic, and ever since then it's been the Team Liquid show, really. And now they're only one round away from taking the half. That's quite incredible. I mean, Fnatic, still lack of information here. Seems as though they do want to try and dip in towards A main here. That would be pretty terrible timing because the execute's about to come in from Team Liquid. They look to go for an A split as they put a couple of players over to the boost. Exist up on top of the boost here towards Shroud. This could work out. I mean, Exist, if he spots out the highway players before aim in, is a problem. This could be a kill to come in, and there we go. Exist up on top. Crims chimes in. Elise only finding one, but still Crims is alive. And he goes down to Taco. It falls to Flush on the opposite end of the smokes. A couple of damage landed through that, but it's Golden. And he's coming in. And he's got that man advantage. It's Nitro and Taco to try and clutch this one out. They've got the bomb down. They've just got to hold on to it.
Taco stuck at Forklift. There are a few nades left for Fnatic, but it's mainly flashbangs. Nitro's gonna look for the frag, but he misses the shot. Nitro goes down, they line up, but Taco doesn't find anything. He's gonna be overwhelmed. And finally, Fnatic get one of these retakes successfully. The initial A-hold was good enough this time to allow that sort of man advantage on that retake. And again, Liquid going for their slow play, it worked pretty well on the initial push to the site. They could have won that post plant. If Nitro lands that shot, they've got a real decent chance there. So I don't think they'll be too worried about losing that round, but Fnatic certainly will be happy to have finally got one of these retakes successfully. And now is where Liquid could think about switching things up. If they want to go for a bit of a looser play, if they want to go for a bit of a faster push, that is now an option for them, as again, this AWP spawn going to try and get a pick towards mid, but Fnatic won't be exposed.
Team Liquid really are electing to just go for the slow standard defaults. We put one inside of the sunroom. The rest of the players figure about who's going over the top of mid. The bomb just lies in wait inside of the garage. I think the Fnatic, you know, it's come down to these situations where they could go for a little bit of aggression, but then it would be kind of punished by this default. So because they're not going for aggression, they don't get info. So they're fighting a losing battle really as well. So Fnatic, with just over a minute left. Team Liquid still have their standard default set up, but the execute, it looks to come in as the Molotov is getting used up. Flush on the white box decides to fall back. Team Liquid still seem to just try and take mid control. I mean, taking mid control is obviously the most pivotal part of the map. It allows you into the A bomb site, it allows for you into the B bomb site, and that allows you the opportunity to have splits. You can go through main, you can split through highway, you can go through the vents in B main. So there's plenty of options that mid allows for. So of course, it's one of the most crucial choke points to take over.
Ooh, Taco gets the first kill out towards A, but with 35 seconds left, Fnatic have quite a few nades left on their CT side here. This incendiary could slow things down, but Golden not yet deploying it. He comes in, that's going to take some damage, but he gets the frag. And oh, JW missing the first, gets absolutely destroyed. Nitro pushing with his AWP, finds the opening. And again, even though Fnatic hold on to their nades, they don't get to deploy them in time before the push comes through. And it's all going to be up to Crims to try and just probably save at this point, because the round should be over and done with. And remember, this is likely going to be a reset to the Fnatic economy, so they could be in real trouble for this first half now.
Throughout Liquid, it just being allowed to play their game plan. I think it's just coming into this, they have an idea of how they want to play Cash. We see from their executes, etc., it's been looking pretty solid. I mean, they're just being allowed to play their own style. There's been nothing Fnatic's thrown at them that perhaps is a curveball that could catch them off guard. And you like to see a little bit, when you see teams playing a very structured style of Counter-Strike on that T side, you'd like to see teams to try and disrupt it a little bit. Try and be annoying, try and catch a couple of players off guards perhaps. And that can really mess with sort of the game plan of Team Liquid. And they won't be able to just go for your slow default spread out, then go into your execute and it all work out fine. If a player is taken down, or there's a bit of aggression, or they've taken map control elsewhere that causes a bit of a stir in their execute, that could be something that could lead to some more successful rounds for Fnatic.
Yeah, and again, we said that the firepower could be a problem. Exist and Golden with 4 and 2 kills respectively. On the CT side, that could be especially a problem for this team, but the CZ's already find one. Oh, the timing nearly off. Oh, the kill comes in. I thought Nitro had him, but the P250 dink is not enough. The trade's coming through. Liquid finally get 1 kill back. And that is going to go for this mid control. 2 players stuck at sandbags. If this molly comes in, this is going to be deadly. And here it is. The molly coming through. Oh, he threw it way too quickly. The smoke is still down. So Fnatic can stay in towards sandbags, but second molly to come through. Oh, doesn't expect the second player. Exists with a very long range CZ kill. And we are back to a 2v2.
Twist and Taco now up against Crims and Golden. Crims only has a scout to work with, but very skilled player in this angle. They're about to walk in, but he looks away just at the wrong time. Twist is able to take that headshot. It's all onto Golden now. A 1 versus 2. And they are just going to make their way back towards the A bomb site, which is a huge issue because Golden's over towards B. They will make on Golden now, feeling the pressure perhaps, but Twist has to hold on. The bomb now ticking away. Golden, so many angles to check, but he has to make his way in. And he spots out the player to the left, but it's too late. Twist quick on the headshot, and the round goes to Liquid.
Yeah, always going to be difficult for Golden there, but the initial mid-hold wasn't too terrible for Fnatic, managing to find those trades. I don't know how ECS gets that kill with the CZ at ridiculous range, but he managed to find one and bring it back to a 2v2 that would have been doable. But unfortunately, Crim's not able to connect the shot he needed. And again, for Fnatic, that means they have 5 USPs into this round. If you thought their chances in the last round were low, then this is almost non-existent for them. They have stacked the B bomb site, where Twists has already found an opening kill. The issue is, over towards B, Liquid have full nades, so they could easily molly some of these close corners if they do go for an eventual B push.
Yeah, of course, Fnatic only having the USPs isn't the greatest scenario for them. I think Team Liquid, though, just looked great throughout. Ever since there's that sort of back and forth, we thought it was going to be a close game, but Liquid have just dominated since they went aggressive B, and then they've just dominated after that throughout the whole map. 9 rounds on the board already, and there's still a little bit more to go. Can Fnatic manage to get 1 or 2 more? That would be the best case scenario for them at this point. 10-5 is really the best case scenario, because obviously this round, don't want to say it's not going to happen, because at that point it can. So we're going to say most likely we'll go in favour of Team Liquid. Nitro was pushed up on the cart. Flusher, though, is just making his way back in towards B, and it seems as though Fnatic's just keeping 5 players alive. Team Liquid just very clearly looking for these kills, but I mean, there's not really too much reason to hunt them down. They have nothing of value. So Team Liquid really just running the risk of maybe losing an AK here. Twist looking for a kill. Coming towards him. Misses that, so that's the AK down. Nitro trying to eliminate Golden. And will do so. So it's Crimson exists now at 2 versus 4. USP's up against the AKs. And Team Liquid will take 10 rounds though. And Hawker, how are you feeling so far about this Team Liquid? I mean, their team looks solid.
Yeah, been really solid. Again, they've been mainly going for the slow plays, so against a better team maybe, that would be somewhat of an issue if you only have those slow plays available, but so far the slow rounds have worked for them, and again, there they managed to circumvent the stack towards B. Pretty good reads so far. Again, Taco, I think, is doing a really decent job as well. Like 13 kills. He's been finding quite a few of those awkward frags that make Fnatic be put into really awkward positions. And yet again, this mid-peak not going to be successful. We do see the double AWPs out for Liquid, but they have so much money that that's not really an issue. They could afford to throw one of those AWPs away if they wanted to. And you can see that's what will happen. Now they're going to have to go back, but they decide to go with the full AKs.
So, yeah, they're buying 2 AWPs. And
I mean, they're rich, right?
Yeah, they've got... But yeah, they buy 2 AWPs and decide to do another. So, yeah, you can see how much money they've got left over even after buying those 2 AWPs. So, incredible amount of money left. Elige, top of the boost. JW down below him. The Molotov is perfect for Elige. Quick movements, kills come in. JW falls down underneath the boost. Elige, you know this is the possibility. Will take him down. And now it's quickly a 5 versus 3 in Fnatic. Things are looking dire from them. They really have to figure out a way of getting at least 1 more round. Otherwise, it's going to be a 12-3 half. Although we did see that in the first map. We've seen 12-3. It's a massive comeback.
True. We'll see the mid-push come in. Elige very isolated there. He's going to fall. Crimson in the best of positions, though, as Naf takes his head off. Flash going to come in. Flusher might look to make a hero play, but they're going to need a hero in this round because Liquid up in a 4v2. Flush has found a frag. His golden pushes up. Oh, another kill comes in. All of a sudden, this becomes doable. Nitro and Twists in pretty awkward positions. Twist is out in the open right now. This isn't a bad off angle, but the trade could come in rather quickly. Twist is forced to reposition. He's going to go aggressive, but it's Nitro to get the first, and there is Twist to chime in with his frag. Decent effort from Fnatic, but that 2v4 retake was always looking unlikely.
No, coming into the last round of the half now, will it be 12-3 or 11-4? There's a massive difference. I mean, a lot of players like to talk about how when it's 11-4, they're in the. It feels like you've got a comfortable lead, but it can always slip out of your hands so quickly. And it really comes down to sort of getting as many rounds as you can on the CT side. One chance left to get that fourth. The UMPs, the FAMAS and the CZ are there to put an effort in to try and do so. But Team Liquid again, just leaning towards the 5 AK setup. Don't feel like they need the 8
Again, we see that AWP peak mid. Like, if there's 2 nades well timed there, that's going to be a kill every single round. But Fnatic haven't been able to buy up those nades this time, so they couldn't nade stack that garage position. I'm still surprised Liquid have gone for that so many rounds, though. Again, just 2 nades into garage, and you're basically dead right at the start of the round. And that's not something that's too uncommon, so I'm kind of surprised that Liquid have gone for it so often, but they haven't been punished for it. And again, Fnatic not with the best of weaponry. Nice boost here. Elige can spot over towards A, but no real need for Fnatic to peek. Ooh, there was a step made there by Elige, and as the nades get thrown, Fnatic should have some idea this is likely to be an A play. It's a bit of a faster push this time around as Naf leads the way, and Fnatic haven't really rotated yet. Their UMP is going to try and lock down the bomb site. Exists the first line of contact, but it's Naf to get the first. He finds one. Oh, he gets baited by the AK, and again, Liquid just dominating right now. This is a 12-3 half.
12-3 half indeed, and Liquid, this is incredible. A great T-side, considering the first couple of rounds. I mean, we talked about how back and forth it was, really shaping up to be a bloodbath and a back and forth rivalry, really. And after that one aggressive round, it sort of stamped dominance over them. It's just been 12-3, and that's an incredible dominant performance from that first half from Liquid. And Fnatic, it's a little bit scary because obviously, if they don't pick up this pistol, it's all downhill from there. Team Liquid are going to steamroll them.
Yeah, and we didn't really see that many signs of life from Fnatic in that first half. A lot of the rounds they were just sitting back and letting Liquid go for the pushes, and even when they tried to switch it up and go for some aggression, that one round they tried the counter boost in towards mid, and Liquid were more than ready for it. So here we go into the second half. This is a must-win round for the Swedes. Boost going to come through. Nitro's pushed into Squeaky, though. He's also got Elige alongside him, so Golden needs to be a little bit careful over on the other side. Fnatic also have 2 sets of nades. Again, we're seeing that very, very often, just to make sure you have some utility in play. But here comes the push. Golden gets the first, looks for more, but Nitro is there for the trade. Fnatic still grouped towards A, though.
Fly goes in for a bit of a headshot. Don't land anything, so it keeps it a 4 versus 4. Though Fnatic just want to make their way in, trying to crack open that B bomb site. JW with the first headshot. Looking for the second. Navfly staying alive long enough for a little bit of help to come, but JW goes for the knife. He's able to get it as well. Classic JW plays, and that's something that shows a little bit of a sign of life for Fnatic, perhaps. We haven't seen those confident plays that we know them for, and that is excellent. Picking up the pistol, holding back Team Liquid, but now they need to convert it. They need to get back into this second half.
Solid fist bumps from Fnatic as well. I've got to give them props. Just saying. But yeah, it's kind of funny that you see both players try and go for the knife at the exact same time. You can see Naf and JW clearly had the exact same idea. They both go jumping round. That is great. JW, quicker to react though. Always the knife god. And it is going to be Liquid having to force up. Those 2 nades nearly get the frag. I was going to say they were quite well timed, but Golden, the first man to fall. He's dropped from the round on that mid-aggression. Push going to come in towards B. This is an important frag here, and Flusher does find it. Over towards A, Liquid have gone for some further aggression, and again, this is something we didn't see much of from Fnatic. Liquid willing to get some information. That could allow them to stack back towards B a little bit more. But here comes JW. Oh, the timing's slightly off. Elige, not going to spot him out. I wonder if Elige saw JW here, because JW pushes through the smoke. He's against pistols. This is incredibly ballsy, but it's going to pay off. Oh. Okay, yeah, he's... What? Jeez, JW, what are you doing? He gets the frag. Nitro finds the trade. I thought it was 2 kills for free, but maybe a little bit questionable now this round.
Yeah. It's going to be a... Oh, Nitro, no scope through the smoke. Flush it. Not expecting that one. I believe he landed one on the exits there as well. Now it's down to the CZs. Is it going to happen again? Fnatic have just lost the pistols. They've got an AK and exists. He's wide in the open. It's not going to happen, and that is it. 13-4. Team Liquid answer back with the pistols. Again, it's the aggression. It's the aggression that got them the information, that got them the kills. Fnatic looking a little bit shaky right now. Not too confident.
I think Flush's face says it all. That was a crucial round, and let's look at this again. How does this happen? Oh, he spots the player. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, he's seen the feet of the player when he's trying to cross over, but that round is excellent from Liquid. Just the aggression all of the map, really just finding all the kills that are needed. And I mean, getting back into a situation where the bomb was allowed to go down, but at that point they had already eliminated any other threats. So it was just Exist left in the open with 14 HP. He's gone, and there we go. Team Liquid answer back. They've got AKs, they've got M4s, and MP9 there on the leash. And this is a little bit disappointing, of course, because we won't be able to see too much of Fnatic's T side, which is generally where you want to see the leadership of a player. So I think we're not going to have a huge sample size so far of Exist leadership on the T side of things.
Just pistols for Fnatic to work with. We know that Lekro used to be an incredible Deagle player, but it's time for Flusher and JW to try and take up the reins, with Lekro not being in the lineup. There goes Elige. Nice flash, well played again. Liquid just doing the simple things correctly. Just a solid flash, allows the easy frag. And as the A push comes through, Twist in position. Only gets one, but Golden is also going to fall. Flusher over on the other side of the map doesn't have much to work with. They're going to hunt him down, and they're going to take a 10-round lead.
Ooh.
Decent shot. Shouldn't lead to anything, unless they keep on fighting him one by one.
He will go down, that flag takes it. 14-4, 2 rounds away from Team Liquid taking this best of one. And again, Fnatic, what can they really do? They win the pistol. They lose the second, and at that point, you haven't got too much money to work with. They did get a bomb plant, though, so they should have enough money, theoretically, into this round. I can't see just yet, but yeah, they will have the full buy coming through. So there's the AKs, they've got utility to work with. Not as much as, of course, that they would have liked. I mean, Crims doesn't have anything. They've got a couple of smokes, one flashbang, so there's a bit of an issue there. So they've really just got to rely on engagements and duels going their way. Back doesn't allow him any more information or any more frags, using that Molotov to keep him at bay. And that will be a man advantage there for Fnatic to work with. And this, they have to convert this. Surely they have to figure out a way. They can't throw this one away, otherwise they're going to be on map point.
I'm not sure if there was any noise made there on the boost, because Golden was very close by. We couldn't really see from our angle, but if there was a little bit of a sound cue there, that could be pretty costly for Nitro, who is up on that boosted position. Doesn't look like Golden's too aware of it just yet, but again, Fnatic going to go for the mid presence. Currently there's a player pushed through B. Taco needs to be wary of the vents. He knows the second vent hasn't broken, so he doesn't have to turn his back yet, but he's called for a second player to assist him. And the Swedes keep on taking their time, but look at Fnatic, they have no nades left. It's all about finding the headshots, finding the entries onto the site. They've already got the man advantage at least, but they just need to make sure they find these trades.
30 seconds left. Fnatic need to make their play. Looks like they are going to lean towards the all time Nitro. Ball checking towards me, and they get dropped from JW, and Crims there with another kill. So it's falling into a 2 versus 4. Fnatic may have just done this, and it's forcing Liquid to save these weapons. A great round for them to win. And then we'll get 5 on the board, and it comes out of that boost. Of course, Nitro, he could have been such a pivotal factor there. He could have got a lot more done from that position. But because he's looking towards main and the player comes up towards highway, he gets caught out in position. Ultimately he goes down, but that could have been a massive play for Liquid. So Fnatic, luckily they win those engagements, and they will get themselves their 5th round. They stay alive, and definitely the comeback's still very possible. I mean, that would be the greatest way of showing off the leadership of Exist to start off on their T sides if they were able to mount the comeback in this position.
Yeah, I think obviously they've just got to take it one round at a time at this point. Don't focus on the scoreline, just focus on your play. These are two important saves to find for Liquid here, because Elige, Twist and Nitro can at least afford to reinvest somewhat, so they probably can still go for the force buy, keep Fnatic under pressure. This time though, Fnatic are going to have way more nades to work with, and you can see JW with that flash kind of managed to get the first kill, followed it up with the second, and a well-played round from Fnatic. But as we were saying, they're not out of the woods just yet. Twist has an AWP in play. A little bit of a spray coming in towards mid, but no damage done. Twist is currently alone on the A site with that AWP, so he's going to have to call for a quick rotation from mid if an A play were to come through, and it is going to be a quick push from Fnatic, something, but he goes down, and it's Fnatic to somehow find all the frags. Fnatic
looking a lot better right now. The individuals are hitting their shots. Just every engagement's going their way. Twist stuck in, trying to counter away with his AWP. Jumps up, spots him out as well. Twist goes for the shot, but they're not going to surround his position. It's difficult to get that AWP out of there, right? The flashbang's there. Golden crosses over while blind. Twist knows he's around this area, and the flashbangs keep coming in. Twist spots out the side of Golden, takes him down and falls back. If you can get this AWP into the next round, of course that won't be too bad. I mean, you've got something to work with, and of course keeping the M4. But everything's looking good for Fnatic. I think that mid execute was well done. Krim starting to wake up, has 2 kills in that round. Obviously, very, very impressive plays from him. Sitting on 13 kills, 14 deaths right now. He's going to be up at the top of that scoreboard along with JW. Twist just trying to get this up into the next round. Also behind the van. They're just going to strike into the next round there, but he is caught out in the bottom, and that will be the round for Fnatic.
Yeah, that van is terrible cover. You can shoot under the bottom of it, you can shoot around it. It's not the best position to be in, and unfortunately for Twists, it means that he's only going to have a USP into this round. Minimal investment from Liquid. The one flash has been brought up, so they're going to try that pop into a main. Not much of a chance of it working, though. Ooh, I think it might be a flash from Twists that's kind of more planned for when the push comes into the site. Yeah, they're just going to be holding back from the site itself. So that's interesting. Either way, Fnatic not going for too much aggression. Again, just a bit of presence towards mid, where they know they should be able to gain control fairly easily.
I mean, this should be a simple round for Fnatic. Not too much investment from Team Liquid, only one sees out the Deagle. So there's still that chance for damage to be done from Liquid, but it shouldn't be enough to take them over the line. So Golden with the Mac 10. Have an opportunity to try and get a couple more kills than he usually would, and also pick up a lot of money off the back of this. So with 50 seconds left, just under a minute. Still Fnatic yet to make a decision. The bomb is still back, just lurking outside of T-spawn. They'll be able to gather that up. Look at the stack that Liquid have towards the A bomb site. So if Fnatic make their way towards B, and it looks as though they are going to do that, then this should be the free round. I mean, Liquid, what can you really do? Nothing they can do at all. So they split into the bomb sites. Just take it over, get that bomb down, get your money piling in. Team Liquid, this is obviously a free round given over to Fnatic, but I think at this point we're just starting to look at Fnatic starting to warm up. These types of rounds obviously give them a little bit of confidence. I mean, you win a round, it makes the scoreline look a little bit more combattable, I guess, if that's a word that we just made up. But yeah, it's a lot more doable now.
This round, a bit of a snooze fest, a bit of a chance for you to get a power nap in at home, if you can have a power nap in 2 minutes. I'd be impressed, but it is going to be Fnatic winning with ease. Golden just going to look for some money. Prim's finds a kill. There are a couple of players here, but it should be very, very easy for Fnatic to just try and clean up these kills. Here we go, Golden spots one. Does get traded on. Another frag comes through. Exist trying to battle back, but he could be in trouble. He's down to 29 HP. He's going to try and not allow them to pick up the AK, but Taco sneaks away with the one rifle. So that's not too bad for Liquid. That's about as good as they could have hoped for when the push came in towards B. And it should now be Liquid investing up into this round. And with that one saved AK, they'll have some extra nades onto one of their players.
So Liquid now do have the AK. Like you said, they've got the 4M4s around it. I think Fnatic though, this is going to be their biggest hurdle to come over, I guess. Coming into it, you've had a couple of easier rounds that perhaps Liquid didn't have as much to work with, and you've been able to get a scoreline that's halfway there. So this is good. You can find a frag, but Golden seems to be the first man in a lot of the time actually right now. So it's interesting that Fnatic put in that position. Taco going to go down towards the box, so man advantage has been gained. Fnatic crack it open.
That's the round.
The Checker's position and just take the B bomb site. That is going to be extremely difficult for Team Liquid to retake, so they decide to just go back and save over towards the A side.
Yeah, I was going to say, Taco about to be put under a lot of pressure because he was alone towards B at the start of this round. We had these 3 A players on your screen trying to go for some aggression here, but because of the fast-paced push from Fnatic, they will get themselves another round on the board. Starting to try and claw their way back into this one. Round will be coming through. What are your thoughts on putting deaths before assists in the HUD? Because that really confused me at first.
No, I like that.
The only thing is, because in CSGO, for some reason, they put assists and then deaths, but I think it makes more sense this way.
Yeah, because you see the KD a little bit easier. That thing actually catches out JW. Golden getting it on. So Team Liquid actually able to deal a little bit of damage there towards the end of the round. Actually pull back their catch out at least though. So that will be 14-8. Fnatic win a very crucial round, but the issue is Liquid were allowed to save a lot, so they're still going to have things to work with in this round. So that gives another chance to Liquid to try and get up to that map point. And I think at this point, Fnatic, they'll just take every round they can. Just get into this game, get into the tournament, and just try and mull things over. They have the AWP out, and that's on JW. We haven't seen that yet too much.
Taco going to be pushing through B. The CZ gets up close. Both players here, but the dink is not enough. And oh, Twist also falls. Elise tries to trade and eventually finds it, but the low health player, Exist, has already managed to fall back. Pretty unfortunate there. After finding the dink, you'd expect the kill to come through. But the Pistols pushing through B will continue their aggression. Elige, the one man left from this initial B push, is going to get an AK into his hands. So it's full rifles now for Liquid. They are fairly spread apart from each other though, and oh, yeah, that's unfortunate. Crim's holding the angle still. Elige has no chance, and that might just spell the end of this round. As Fnatic, well, they will go back over towards A. Naf will have to do a lot if he wants to hold this off, but he's currently the top fragger for Liquid, so I guess that's at least one positive. We'll see what Naf can do on the A-hold.
Naf in a great position to deal with this as they run out. Nitro's there on the card as well to help out, but the cross smoke should come in. The Molotov clears Nafly's position, so he's going to actually have to beat this. Stays inside of the flames, takes one kill, goes down to Crim, so it's a 1-for-1 trade, but it's done. Nitro on his own. Declares the check, but actually finds the first, so this is actually a chance now. He sprung back into action. Crim's on the left, one player on the right, takes the fight on the left, nearly wins that out. But that was scary for a second there for Fnatic. Nitro had a chance there, but he will go down in the end, and that'll be another round for Fnatic, just ticking them in now, coming back into this game.
Slowly but surely working their way back into this one. Again, obviously, Naf generally has a solid scoreline because he is that more passive player, but you can see he's literally only died 9 times. That was his 9th death on your screen there, so he's basically only died when Fnatic have won the rounds. And I do like the fact that Naf is so consistent for this team. I think that's certainly something that's important for Liquid, especially as they can be a bit up and down at times with some of their younger stars. You know, Elige and Twist still yet to find that sort of pedigree. And also, obviously, Taco adds an element of consistency to this roster, which I think certainly helps them. But right now, they need a bit more help because they are starting to lose their lead in this one. It's only 5 rounds in a row for Fnatic, so not completely out of the question yet. Remember, Liquid only need 1 or 2 more rounds. We are going to see Fnatic go leaning over to the A site. I don't think we've seen too many quick plays from Fnatic, but this could be one.
Yeah, carrying the bomb and 4 players inside of main. The smoke goes down this time, covering Twist's position. The flashbangs in. Fnatic just running out onto the A bomb site. Elige, first kill comes in. He's blinded while he does it. Golden able to trade. It's Twist. In behind the smoke falls to Fnatic. And there we go. It's a 3 versus 4. Retake has to come in for Liquid, but it's not possible, so they're going to save. And this is another great round for Fnatic. Just wrap around the bomb site, use the smokes, take 2 kills. And there you go. Job done. Liquid left stunned, as it will now be... You know what, it's double figures for Fnatic, only 4 rounds in the lead.
Yeah, this time Liquid don't get the chance to go for any early aggression. They just get shut down by the quick push of Fnatic through the smoke on towards the A bomb site. Again, they're forced to save, which has been very, very commonplace in this second half. Liquid having to save a lot of the time. And this starts to become a little bit scarier if you're a Liquid fan. Double digits on the board. JW not going to land that shot, so it looks as though those 3 rifles will be saved. That does allow Nitro to drop over, so again, it's still a full buy from Liquid, but we've said this a couple of times now. Sure, you're getting the saves through, but they're going to need to get the round win eventually.
Yeah, there's that play from Gold, and it really opened up that A-bomb site. Those 2 kills coming in were crucial. Even if Twist was able to find 1 or 2 there, that could have made the retake possible for Liquid, but because he's not able to find anything, Crim's on the op. Goes in for a peek. Not gonna happen. It will be Fnatic just trying to take things over. JW picks it up again. And yeah, so when they were going in towards that side of the map, I think if even Twists was able to pick up 1 or 2 frags in that position, that could have changed the tides immediately. Liquid would have had a chance to retake that, but instead he goes down with nothing, and that forces Liquid just to call it a day.
Yeah, and we saw that spawn-based AWP there from Crims. He had a good spawn, so he decided to peek into mid. And again, that's something we saw Liquid do almost every round on their T side, but you can see the counter for it. You throw a nade into Garage after the smoke, and you're going to do some damage. Crims down to 60 HP at the start of the round. A little over a minute left on the clock. There's a player pushed up towards mid, so Nitro is going to need some assistance. He's got a leash helping him from Highway, but as the door gets opened, that could distract his teammate. Nav is also there alongside, so that mid hold looking quite strong from Liquid. Crim's still not going for the push, though, as Fnatic take this round really rather slowly, but they're starting to use their nades, and again, they're going to try and hit A.
She goes over the top of the boost, down inside of below him, right there, as Nitro to win one, goes down to Flusher. Elish is able to trade back, so it's still 3 versus 4, but there's a disadvantage here for Fnatic, and Twist has got himself in a great position. A crossfire there with Elish, and he's chiming in again. It's a 2 versus 4, and this time Fnatic seem to have stopped. It's Team Liquid just holding on, and a great play from them, just eliminating the players, trying to get something done. It falls onto JW, a 1 versus 3, and he comes in from behind his tackle. And that will be the kill. 15-10, map point for Team Liquid up here against Fnatic. And there has been that comeback trail from Fnatic, getting up to 10 rounds. And then finally Liquid able to post up on the board. This is the play from Nitro. Gets one, but not able to get the other. But it's Elish. I mean, he's the main player here. Obviously taking that player outside of mid, the trade coming in, coming back towards Heaven. That's an excellent play from him, able to really change the face of the game, and now Team Liquid 1 round away. It's broken the momentum of Fnatic and now in a great position.
Does Taco have a gun? I think he might have left it as spawn. We'll see. Taco? That's a USP. Okay, so Taco forgot to buy. This is a bit awkward. We'll see how he holds the B bomb site. He's been forced to anchor B, so that's not great. But he is going to get some assistance. No, I thought Nitro was going to go into vents to be that quick rotator. So if the B push came in right now, Taco would just have to try and hold with the USP, and he's still going to push.
I mean, you've got to be confident in these situations as well. I mean, obviously blunders happen, and in these situations you can't afford to play any differently. So it seems as though Fnatic,
he could do with some help. They're stacking 3 towards A.
There hasn't been too much information gathered, I guess. So Lee's sitting on the white box, trying to get as much information as possible. Twist going for the boost again, up towards Shroud as Nitro. We've seen it a couple of times now. Nitro obviously getting caught towards Highway in one of them. So if we can change the pace in this one. 44 seconds left. Fnatic still to make a decision. The bomb still lying out side of Garage. JW decides to make his presence up towards Highway. Tries to deal a little bit of damage, but now his position's been telegraphed. Taco going in with a bit of aggression. Spots out Flusher. That's information at least.
Taco just going to try and play this close corner. The push coming in. Liquid looking to lock this down. It's Nap who's going to have to step up. Flash comes through and Nap hears the steps, but Taco is already gone. It's all on Nap and he will also fall. Elish only in position for the one trade. He's spotting the cross to the site. 10 seconds left and the bomb will cross safely. Golden going to get this one down. There are no nades left, so Liquid cannot stop the bomb plant and they cannot stop the round win. Fnatic going to take their 11th on the board. Another save coming through, and I mean, Taco at least has money because he didn't buy last round, but the rest of the team don't really, so they are going to need to try and save these 3 guns.
That's best case scenario really for Fnatic. I mean, obviously coming into this one, there was that risk that they were running of obviously going out of it, but being able to take Liquid down in this round is crucial. So Fnatic now with a massive chance to increase their comeback to maybe come the overtime. That would be incredible if we got overtime, right? I mean, considering the first half was 12-3, we talked about a comeback being possible, but Fnatic have really shown up on this T side, and they're looking a lot more structured, a lot more confident on the T side of things. I think on the CT side they were a little bit slow. I mean, they didn't really get the aggression going or actively trying to find the picks or whatever. So I think definitely Fnatic looking a lot more confident, a lot more structured here on the T side, which is great to see, which speaks a lot about the leadership as well.
Liquid scrape together a buy. Thanks to those 3 save guns, it's basically a full buy. Tiny bit of damage done, nothing too crazy, as Crims goes for that spam through mid. I think that's mainly just to try and slow down the cross, which it hasn't really done. The players are over to white box. We're going to see Nav take the AWP, but Golden get the opening kill. Again, he's playing that entry role, and he's found a couple of crucial entries on this T side. He's certainly upped his game. Twist has found 1 trade back, but it's too little too late. Twist, okay, gets another kill. A little bit of an unnecessary push from JW, but the B site is still wide open. Fnatic, though, they're very spread out, but they're finding the frags they need, and Twist will eventually fall. Looks like we've got a competitive game on our hand here, Dinko, because there's only 3 rounds in it now.
Yeah, a couple of players in Liquid just falling apart towards the end there. And of course, that's a good round for Fnatic. Golden really showing up in the entry fragging department. We've seen so many rounds where he's been able to find success on that. I think towards A, of course, he's been finding success. Then obviously the follow-up kills coming in from Crims. Flush elsewhere finding a bit of damage. And things are looking good for Fnatic here on the T side. Things seem to be very structured indeed. And there we go. Elise getting caught out early on into the start of this round. And now Fnatic can afford to slow down the pace yet again.
Only against pistols, so it should be an easy round whatever happens, but maybe not. JW will fall at the hands of Twists. That one upgraded pistol finding the first kill of the round for the CT side at least. They have got this A stack going as Twist is boosted up on that A bomb site. But that means that B is again very, very vulnerable. And after that 1-for-1 trade, Fnatic just going to hold back. Boost comes in, they can go for the mid control. And Fnatic, we've seen them generally like to take these slow rounds, but they have mixed in one or two faster paced plays. So they've kept Liquid guessing, which I think is good, but clearly they're more confident on these slower pushes.
Golden gonna drop down off the top of that boost. Taco seems to be swinging on 2 or 3 minutes. Golden spots him out, doesn't take the kill, but deals enough damage to scare him off, so he falls back. And Fnatic seem to be making their preference towards the B bomb site, leaning towards there, carrying that bomb. Should be pretty easy pickings considering the B bomb site's completely empty and completely juked Liquid. They think it's towards the A bomb site. So 3 players over towards that side of the map. Fnatic will clear everything out, get the way in. It should be job done. I mean, Hawk, this is looking a lot better from Fnatic, right?
Yeah, it's another boring round. Another chance for a power nap. My second of the game.
So yeah, I mean, 13 rounds on the board for Fnatic. You're only 2 rounds away from overtime.
Yeah, this is kind of quietly snuck up on us. I mean, Nitro obviously has the AK here, so he's just looking to save that. The other players might as well play for these exit kills. But certainly, Fnatic, a lot of these rounds, that you don't really remember them because a lot of the time it has been Liquid just being forced to save. It's just a quick take onto a bomb site. Fnatic, what I like about their pushes is that even though they're taking a long time in the round, their actual pushes to the bomb site come through very, very quickly. That makes it difficult for Liquid to have the rotation through in time. Nitro should be safe over towards Squeaky. It's only Naf trying to play for some exit kills, but we're mainly focused on this next round. Fnatic's money is really good anyway, so this shouldn't matter too much as Naf doesn't even get to spot anyone. I'm not sure what the money's like here for the team. Like, it's only 2 rounds left, right? So it's that awkward position where you might not have a full buy, but they've got a good enough buy, they decide to go for it. If they lose this one, though, they won't have really any money into the next. So this is it, and Fnatic could be going for some quick aggression again over towards A, but they've left the bomb behind, so they are just going to be holding back. We'll see if Liquid switch anything up. Again, it's Twist with the AWP towards A. Maybe a chance for an opening kill. That nade does decent damage. Crim's using that boost of his own, but a little bit of a nervy start to this round as JW eventually finds that entry with the AWP. How does he win that fight against Twists?
An advantage there for Fnatic. One of the most important rounds they've had to play. Actually grabbing that man advantage is awesome for them. It's really working off the back of this. Slowing the pace down though. Still just haven't fully committed into a bomb site, leaving themselves with plenty of options. And with 1 minute left in the clock, there's plenty of time to decide. So Fnatic elect just to back off and go back into their sort of standard setup. It seems they want to put a couple of players over the mid position. JW making more space, a kill coming in. Nitro obviously taking counter map control. So when the T's take control of middle, they also have control of highway. You can put the player inside of main, that kind of counters any control that they have, because it limits the split potential. And there we go, Nitro, that's a crucial kill to find, and he grabs it. So now it falls into a 3 versus 4. Nafly is there, Golden. He's been so successful on the entry frags, and there's another one. Taco and Nafly, the last 2 players, but Naf's gone unevaded. They don't know he's here, but JW still takes the kill. And Taco, now a 1 versus 4. Left in a very, very precarious position. He's just going to try and save that M4, but another round for Fnatic, and this is looking incredible. Overtime's looking extremely likely.
Oh, it's always painful watching a player see those players walk past, I guess, and then not getting a single frag out of it. Unfortunate for Naf there, he can't find the headshot. I think the round was realistically over and done with anyway, but it's always fun. Reminds me of me watching my friends in matchmaking, just seeing them whiff the easiest kills. You're just sitting there like, no.
gets the M4 going as well. So that M4 going away is really the worst case now for Liquid, of course. So it's a little bit scary. I mean, there's the kills from JW. We didn't get to see them, but here he is just wrecking them all. And there we go, 2, and then that one. That was the chance for Nafly to make the difference. He could have picked up 1 or 2 kills there. That could have pulled it back into a 2 versus 2, made it extremely doable. But with JW being able to spin around and take that kill, that just changes the way it looks.
Well, we're going the distance. Round 30 is about to head underway, and it's not the best of buys for Liquid. Nitro with the 1M4. They're going to switch it up with some aggression, and these smokes might favor them if they can get up close, if they can play some awkward positions. Some damage already being done. Oh, maybe some team damage there. Naf gets the first. There's another kill, this time for Nitro. And this could be Liquid upsetting on the last round. Fnatic have done so well to pull this back, but they need to close this one out as Elige goes pushing. He spots the player in the back, but not going to find the frag. It's into a 3v3, and Naf is going to keep on going aggressive.
Exist able to punish that aggression from Nafly. Pulls it back into a man advantage for Fnatic, but the position that Taco has is actually quite decent for them because, of course, they won't expect him to be here, and he could catch out JW. He has the bomb as well. Taco has all of the information.
Oh my god.
He just needs to wait. This is incredible. Spots out 1, spots out 2. I think he got... Oh, no, he didn't. JW's about to go down, and he spins round. Taco takes the kill, picks up the AK-47, and he finds another kill. So Taco, can he pull it back right at the final second? And this would be a heartbreaking way for Fnatic to lose. So they pulled it all the way back from the 12-3 deficit, and it does happen. 16-14, Liquid take this map, and that's incredible, Hawker, right? You come back from that 12-3 deficit, you're all the way back up to 14, and then for Liquid to beat you with a couple